Hey everyone, I am here today on a very beautiful day here in Alabama to do some shopping at an antiques mall, and I am looking for some amazing displays to share with you. I've been here before and found some of the most beautiful displays at this antiques mall. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to record in here, so I will keep the name private. And if you really want to know, jump over to my Facebook group and I'll let you know where I am. So let's see what we can find.
I don't know how big this shop is, but I'll look it up and put it in the description below, but it is huge. One of the first displays when you walk in, you'll notice a little bit of Memorial Day display, but take a look at the stacking, how they've just stacked a ton of tables on top of each other. And I just love this little live, love, let's eat. That's kind of become my motto in life. And they also had these little handmade or looked handmade pillows with some stitching, and they were like $15. This booth was all jewelry, and I just wanted to take a look at all the different ways they displayed their jewelry. This old door that they just put nails in, the shutter, and basically a board that they put jute twine across. And the jewelry was adorable. I did end up buying a pair of earrings for myself because I'm a huge sucker for jewelry. And I just love all the ways that they displayed. Made it super easy for you to take that off, and had all of their contact information for their social medias. Now, this is a question we get a lot in our group, how to display linens like these handkerchiefs. These were all very well pressed and just hung on a jute cord like that. $2.50 each, $2.49 each, and they had so many. This was one of my favorite ones. It did have a little bit of an antique-y smell, kind of that musty smell, but just the coolest old toys, old signs, just a lot of fun. I love those old bowling pins too. Yeah, take a look at those clocks and the signs. Pretty cool. So I love this one the last time I was in town, but it kind of looked like they haven't reset since spring really. So, but I still did want to point out how they have just taken over the theme as everything is white, and they use this big arbor as their focal point, and you know, a lot of beautiful items just in that white theme, that chippy white. We've moved back into the warehouse now, and I do want to point out how this huge booth has really used every square inch, including the rafters, to hang rugs. They have a lot of very vintage, possibly antique decor items. So, and I wanted to point out too, their price tags are bright yellow, very big, written in Sharpie, so you can see exactly the price, and just have a lot of very high-end decor items. So probably well known in the interior design world for being able to pick higher-end items from this shop. So here's a fun display item. My son's crib, actually I have one of these springs from his old crib that I could use. It's sitting in my garage right now. Take a look at these mystery boxes. I'm going to come back and grab one of those, and I'll show you at the end what I got. Now this booth is completely open, and I love how they use these bifold shutters, or closet doors I guess actually, to create corners. And then they use furniture to create walls throughout. So it looks like there are some walls, but they kind of had to get pretty creative to finish the rest of the booth with their walls. And they used a lot of furniture to finish that, and really filled it up. So I really think it's a very good job of display when you have just an open space. For this next display, I want to point out the use of signs and grouping like items together. They even use googly eyes, which I love, especially with the toy theme. Pretty cute. Gets your eye to follow what you're looking for. You have DC and Marvel, you have toys, you have Barbie, anything that collectors might possibly be looking for. So great use of display here. So this display I thought was very welcoming and open. What really caught my eye were the huge cabinets, just the straight lines, and how they grouped all the like items together in the light colors. You have the clear glass, the blue vases, the figurines. And those blue vases were only $8. I should have grabbed. Now this next one is junky, but this one is the clearance section, which really is why I wanted to come here again. Take a look, if you can, at some of these prices. It's just so cheap. I mean, I had to really dig. So you're really reaching a different market with people that like to dig through items. And what is that, 75 cents? I can't really read it. But it's crazy prices. This I thought would be super cute for a display, $2. Great resource for other booth owners, or if you have something with a little crack or you just want to get rid of it. You know, some items were like 15 cents. And so I will show you in just a minute what I got. I did have to put the camera down to dig my way through everything because stuff was just really kind of thrown in there. This is pretty close to the back, so it's not something you want to have at the front to put on display for everyone. But when you're reaching that certain market of people like us, the thrifters, the treasure hunters, we are okay with things not being displayed perfectly well. And you know, that's just how it is. Sometimes I thought that bowling pin was pretty cute. Bowling pins are apparently kind of eye-catching, so I keep picking up on those. So here are the items I grabbed. This was $5. I'm not totally sure what it is, but I'm gonna do something creative with it. This little elephant was 50 cents. These little miniature vases with little stoppers were $2. This piece still had the Ross tag on it, and it was, I think it said 50 cents. This candle holder, kind of cool looking, 75 cents. Wish there had been two. This super cute bell will look great with my blue and white stuff, is $1. This little utensil caddy was $1, and an angel for $1. Okay, back to checking out the displays. Now take a look at the top corners of this booth as a way to display tablecloths, linens. Thought that was super interesting, but I fell in love with this vintage Christmas. Now these angels say vintage handmade Christmas angels, so that's kind of a cool spin on that. And of course I love that they have holiday out in June. I really loved everything about this booth. All of the canisters you see there, the way they display it, but the location is in the very back corner of the warehouse area of this. Take a look at that macrame owl. I don't know if you can see the price tag on it, but I think it was yeah, $75, or I would have taken that home because I just fell in love with that. Just some beautiful vintage pieces, but like I said, the only problem is the location, because you have to walk through the entire store, through the warehouse area to get to it. But take a look at the cuteness. All right, this is a good one, very welcoming, but I want you to take a look at the prices. They have some really true antique items, and like this, I forget what it's called, the blue boy and the pinky girl, $30 for both of those, for two. And so some really interesting old bottles. But this tapestry with the frame was a little cheap, but it was only $25. And they had some cool displays for some small items, those bottle caps. And just take a look at the prices. These beautiful lamps. This one that I'm looking at was $35. So making antiques accessible to everyone, I think. This next one is very eye-catching, but it's kind of the opposite. Crazy expensive. Had a lot of do not touch signs on it. These huge ginger jars were $2,500. Yeah, so with the do not touch, and as clumsy as I am, I did not even go all the way in to look at everything. But I did have to check out some other things on the outside. They had a lot of interesting things, but very expensive. Now, you may know that one of my themes that I like to always say is more is more, but there is a limit to this one, especially when this one makes me think of visiting Rock City as a child and the Fat Man Squeeze, and oh, I was so scared those things were going to touch me. Just a lot of stuff here. So this next booth caught my eye because of their use of lighting. I love those fairy lights over the top. I love the pedestals that they used to open it. I did have to take a second look at this thing, and I still am not sure what that is. I should have picked it up and investigated further. But there's so many lamps, so many lights here. Plus they use the stacking that I love, table on chairs, and just a lot of beautiful things here. And there's the Blue Boy and Pinky again. Now, this booth has an idea that we all need to potentially consider. They use zip ties with the metal tags. And my store owner actually just told me that tag switching has become more of a problem lately. And we do talk about theft a lot in our store and how to deter that. I think this booth has done a really good job. They have some very nice high-end things, and it's going to be tough to get those zip ties off. And yeah, just really a lot of beautiful things in this one. And it was using my theme of more is more, just a ton to look at. And I do love those library shelves right there. If they weren't $66, I would have gotten them for myself. This next booth was cute, but what really drew me in was the pink sign with the half off sale if it had a heart sticker on it. So I do remember looking at this booth the last time I was here because they have a ton of Elvis memorabilia. But what I really loved was the sale, and I did end up buying a piece from them that was only $5. So I'm going to clean that up and put it in my booth, but a lot of cute stuff here. So this next booth, I spent some time in. The chair and the table kind of blocked the entrance a little bit, and I do think I kind of accidentally knocked something over. But I did love those banners on the top to kind of catch your eye and welcome you into their booth. But I also really loved these cabinets that were affixed to the wall, like a permanent fixture and display. So yeah, I thought that was great, because how often have we sold a piece of furniture and are just like, what do I do now? Everything's gone. And I also love that old ironing board for a display as well. So here's my stash. Here's what I got. I cannot believe I spent $39 and I got all this. So that's the brass planter that I got. That was only $5. And I also ended up getting these little shoes for $2. One's super messy. They were $2 each. So I also got this mystery box. I'm going to let my kids open it.
Let's see.
A horse. Interesting. Picture frame. Ooh, that's cool. Very nice. Emily, where life begins and love never ends. That's cute. It's a lot for $7. And a bowl. Try to see what brand it is. No brand. Oh, it says Caution Hot. So this is actually a Bragger horse that I can sell on eBay, because people will actually paint those and sell them. Love angels, love cherubs. I always pick them up whenever I can. So this was kind of meant to be mine, and kind of a cheap picture frame, but I'll still take it. I'm happy with that. And this picture frame was beautiful. So I feel like I got a ton for $7. Not sure what I'll do with this bowl. I'll probably use it at home. So that's it for this video. I actually had so much fun looking at all the different displays. I would love to know if you have picked up any ideas from this video, and if you would like to see more of this. Be sure to jump over to Facebook and join our free group, and thanks so much for watching.